Welcome to Xpertifi newsletter. We will be discussing current banking news to keep you updated and informed. Let's dive into the news from last week. India's non-banking sector grew by 10%. India's non-banking financial sector grew by 10%, while globally the sector shrank by 3%. The global non-bank financial intermediation sector saw a 3% decline in 2022, the first significant drop in a long time. However, entities that focus on lending similar to NBFCs in India grew by about 10%, the highest growth among all categories in the non-banking sector. Over the past decade, India's banking system has shown strong resilience, handling various domestic and international economic challenges. Banks inform government and RBI to ATM shortage. Banks have informed the government and the Reserve Bank of India about a shortage of ATMs and have asked for clearer rules for buying ATMs through government e-marketplace GEM portal. Leading bankers raised this issue and mentioned that ATM vendors currently don't have enough capacity to meet the demand. This problem is partly due to the Make in India guidelines implemented in FY20, which required vendors to set up operations in India, taking time to build capacity. The Indian ATM market is expected to grow by 9.2% annually from 2024 to 2032. NBFCs demand dedicated refinance bank. The Finance Industry Development Council (FIDC), representing non-banking finance companies (NBFCs), has requested the government to create a special refinance window for its members. This would reduce their heavy reliance on bank funding and help manage their liquidity issues. In a pre-budget proposal to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, the FIDC also asked for regulations for NBFCs to be aligned with those for banks, especially in areas like taxation and recovery. This would allow NBFCs to enjoy the same benefits as banks. Public sector banks to create negative list of non-performing vendors. Service providers to public sector banks, PSBs, like vendors, law firms, consulting firms and IT companies might have trouble getting contracts from any PSB if they underperform or delay projects for even one bank. The government has asked banks to identify such underperforming firms and create a negative list. One idea is to develop a web portal where all PSBs can share feedback and flag any concerns about these firms. A working group of 5 banks may be set up to create this framework and the web portal. Before we say goodbye for now, let's see how the various indices performed last week. Xpertifi has launched a banking course that guarantees 2 interviews with banks and NBFCs within 1 month of completing the course. So make sure to register yourself and inform your friends and family as well. Follow Xpertifi for banking jobs and news on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and LinkedIn. See you next week with more news. Till then, take care.